Hello everyone, greetings for the day. Today we're going to discuss about simple interest and compound interest. Myself Balaganesh, training in charge and aptitude trainer, working in Madanpalli Institute of Technology and Science. As a part of AICTE Prerana scheme, we are training the SCSC students on GATE, GRE, all these things, which helps for their higher education. Okay. In my last two videos we discussed about percentages and factors and factorials. So in this video I would like to explain about simple interest and compound interest. Simple interest and compound interest. First I would like to explain you about interest, the word called interest. So everybody knows when you take some loan from somebody, or else especially we say banks. So when you take some 100 rupees from the bank, you will be definitely repaying back 100 plus some extra money. So that some extra money is called interest. This interest again based on lot of factors. Interest is based on what factors? The time you have taken the money for, next the amount you have taken, and the rate of interest the bank has offered. Generally the rate of interest they will be giving you in terms of rate of interest per annum. What is the meaning of per annum? So for every year how much percentage you are supposed to calculate on your amount you have taken from the bank or any person or any finance or something shops. Okay, now the point here is we have some few notations. Before going to the few examples in the interest, I would like to give you notations which we generally habituated right from the schooling. So the first one is P. What is P called? Principal amount. Principal amount. It's not principal amount, principal amount. That is the original amount of money taken from the respective person or respective bank or something. Okay, and next R. R is generally rate of interest per annum. Okay, and next T. What is a T called? Number of years. In some websites they mentioned N also, so but I take generally T. Okay. Now coming to the concept of interest here. So P, that is the amount I have taken. I assume it is 100 bucks, 100 rupees, and the rate of interest the bank offered me is maybe instead of R you take a value 10%, that too per annum. That means 10%. The meaning of 10% is for every 100 rupees, you have to pay 10 rupees as interest per year. So if I don't take 100 rupees, if I take 200 rupees, you need to pay 20 rupees. So that is the meaning of that 10% per annum. Next one is T is equal to some 2 years I assume. Now how to find interest? So what is the meaning of the question is after 2 years how much I am supposed to pay the interest. Okay, the interest. So everybody knows the formula for interest, that is PTR by 100 or PNR by 100, anything is fine. So but this is only for simple interest. So what is the meaning of simple interest? That is an important point. Okay, first before explaining you the simple interest concept, I would like to explain you about the first find the answer for the given question. Okay, find answer for the given question. PTR by 100. P is and how much? 100 into time is 2 years into rate of interest is 10 percentage, and the 100 is the denominator. 100 get cancelled, so answer is 20 rupees. Now what is the final amount you are supposed to pay to the bank after 2 years is the principal amount plus interest for 2 years, that is equal to 120 rupees, isn't it? 120 rupees, because principal amount I have taken from the bank is 100 rupees and the interest I am supposed to pay after 2 years is 20 rupees. So this is the thing. Now why we have like two different kinds of simple interest, I'll explain you in the next things. You have simple interest as well as a compound interest, but in simple interest again you have a few important things which you are supposed to understand. So simple interest, there are a few points which you need to know. That is, interest is calculated only on original that is original amount you have taken from the bank, the first initially, from the bank or financier, whatever it may be. Okay, the second important point here is interest is same every year, so it will not change year by year, year by year, year by year. Understand the point here? Okay, and amount is equal to principal plus simple interest, if that is the case. Okay, amount means it's nothing but like the final sum of money you are supposed to repay. That is an important point. Okay, now coming to the first point, interest is calculated only on P. What is the meaning of it? So assume you have taken 100 rupees from the bank. First year the interest is calculated on rupees 100 only. The second year, I'm trying to explain the first point here. Okay, again this is also the same thing. Okay, the third year also the same thing, interest is calculated only on the 100 rupees. Understand the point? 100 rupees means this is called P. So every year the interest is calculated only on the principal amount, and if you observe, this value is same as this value and this value is same as this value, so that the second point is also covered. Understand the point here? So it's so on, it goes on. So this is the important point in the simple interest. I would like to add one more point here. For 5 years, for certain amount, you have paid the simple interest as 400 rupees. Just assume. Okay, now 1 year interest is equal to how much? 400 by 5, that is equal to rupees 80. So what is 3 years interest? 3 years simple interest is equal to 3 into rupees 80, so that is equal to 240 rupees. So this can be the simple interest is very easy. You need not to worry about any relationship between the what you call proportion concepts. Okay, when the number of years increases, the simple interest increases. When the number of years decreases, the simple interest decreases. When the number of years again increases, the simple interest increases. So it's a direct proportion, so you need not to worry about the simple interest concept at all. Okay, now what are the different questions we get in simple interest? Is doubling the value, doubling the amount you have taken from the bank. Okay, just assume the principal amount is doubled in 10 years. Okay, on simple interest basis. Okay, the question is, in how many years P will be seven times? This is a question. Okay, now I'll explain you the question first. Now P, instead of P, assume you have taken 100 rupees from the bank. Okay, you assume 100 rupees you have taken from the bank. According to the question, so given data is equal to amount is equal to 200 rupees. What is the meaning of amount? Finally you have to repay after how many years? After 10 years you are paying back the double the principal amount you have taken. Okay, that means 200 rupees I am repaying to the bank after 10 years, where I have taken 100 rupees. Now the question is, A is equal to 700 rupees, but after how many years is the question. Try to understand the question clearly first. The given data is very clear. That means if you have taken 100 rupees from the bank initially, after 10 years you are repaying back how much? 200 rupees. That is doubled. Now the question they asked is, the amount will be 7 times the principal amount. Okay, that means the amount you are supposed to pay finally is 700 bucks. Okay, after how many years this will happen? This is a question. Okay, we'll solve that question now. Now P is equal to rupees 100. After 10 years A will become 2P, that is equal to rupees 200. But what is the formula for amount? Principal plus simple interest. Now assume this is the first equation and this is second equation. Now compare. Now compare 1 and 2. Now when you compare 1 and 2, A is the same here, so substitute this one and this one. So 2P is equal to P plus SI. Okay, SI of how many years? Here 10 years. That's what you need to remember. Okay, now P here, P 2P here, so P is equal to simple interest of 10 years. Simple interest of 10 years. 10 years simple interest is principal amount here, or else principal amount is 10 years of simple interest. Now the question here is, A should become 700 rupees. That means P plus simple interest of X years is equal to 700, and simple interest of X years is equal to 600. Why 600? P is already 100 rupees, right? I will take that side and it will become 600. Now that is equal to 100 rupees. Yes or no? Because 200 is 2P, so P will become 100 bucks. So obviously this is the one. So simple interest becomes 100 rupees in 10 years. Simple interest becomes 100 rupees in 10 years. But here the simple interest should become 600 rupees. So answer should be 6 into 10 years. That is equal to 60 years. This is an important logic you need to understand. Okay. But there is one more small easiest logic here. The logic is, if if principal is doubled in x years, then principal will be y times in. By this you should understand, right? So by this you need to understand what should be the answer. X into y minus 1 years. You understand? You try to compare the given example with this small logic here. Okay, but this formula is only when the question is asked in the doubled concept only, not anything else. Okay, when the question they are given is doubled only. So if the doubled is in x years, but here in the question doubled is 10 years, and 7 times I asked for. So answer is 60. That means 7 minus 1 into 10. The same thing I have given as a formula, x into y minus 1. That is only when the question is given in terms of doubling the principal amount. Now in some questions they will give like principal becomes 4 times in maybe like 12 years, then principal becomes 10 times in how many years? This is a question they might ask you. Okay, simple. Here I cannot use the formula x into y minus 1 because this is becoming 4 times, not doubling. So you just apply the simple logic. So amount is equal to 4p according to the question. This equation states amount is equal to 4p. But what is the formula for amount? P plus simple interest. So when you relate this one, you will get simple interest is equal to 3p in how many years? 12 years. Then simple interest will become p in how many years? Division 12 by 3, 4 years. Okay, now come back to the actual question. He is asking for amount is equal to 10p, and again the substitute the formula p plus simple interest. So simple interest is equal to 9p. Simple interest is equal to p in 4 years. Simple interest is equal to 9p in how many years? 9 into 4, that is equal to 36 years. You try to look at this slide very clearly so that you will be able to understand. Okay, if there are any more doubts, just try to recall the same question again, once again. Go back to the stream and again you check once again. You will be able to understand clearly. Okay, this is an important point in the simple interest. There is another important questions in the simple interest, that is amount becoming some prices or something. Okay, we'll see that. Now a certain amount becoming some 1200 in 5 years. Next the same for the same value the amount is becoming like 2000 in 9 years. Okay, so how to solve this question and what are the questions they might ask you? Sometimes they might ask you the principal amount, sometimes they will ask you for the rate of interest. So P is equal to how much, R is equal to how much. They might ask you either of the questions, any of the questions they might ask you here. So first, what is the formula for amount here? Principal amount plus 5 simple interest. What is this 5 simple interest? 5 years simple interest. And here principal amount plus 9 years simple interest. That is the meaning of this amount here, correct? Now subtract this one here, so minus and minus. So what you will get finally, 4 years simple interest is equal to, the difference is 800. Are you able to understand? So 4 years simple interest is 800. So 1 year simple interest how much? 1 year simple interest is 200 rupees. Now substitute here. 5 years simple interest is how much? 5 years simple interest is equal to 200 rupees into 5, that is equal to 1000 rupees. Now substitute the same thing here. Then principal amount plus 5 years simple interest is equal to 1200, where 5 years simple interest will be 1000 rupees. So the principal amount will become 200 rupees. So you got a first question, simple interest, principal amount. Now how to find the rate of interest? Rate of interest means simple interest for 1 year is equal to how much? So 200. And what is the formula for principal amount? Simple interest, PTR by 100. P I already got it, 200 into, for 1 year I am calculating, and R by 100. So 200 cancel, R is equal to 100%. Are you able to understand here? I think you got it clear, right? So this is the important thing. This is the way you calculate the things. You find the difference between the amounts for certain number of years and the other certain number of years, then you will get the difference of the these things, and you follow accordingly. Am I clear? Okay, now come back to the actual concept of compound interest. So these questions in simple interest are very easy. You are able to solve that within a given number of seconds itself. But when it comes to compound interest, you have a lot of things involved in compound interest. But first, what is meant by compound interest? What is meant by compound interest? So compound interest, in simpler ways, interest on interest. So what is the meaning of it? For example, if I take P rupees and 3 years of time and R percentage, first year interest is equal to X rupees. Second year interest will be greater than X rupees. Greater than X rupees. Assume it is Y rupees now. Second year interest, you assume it is Y rupees. Okay. The third year again it increases. The interest will be greater than Y rupees also. So assume it is Z rupees. So the next year again it increases. So every year the compound interest will be increasing. How can this be possible? How can this be possible? It should be always every year same, right? That is the difference between the simple interest and compound interest in this case. So how we gonna differentiate between this simple interest and compound interest is interest on interest. How? We'll take an example. P is equal to 100 rupees. R is equal to some 10% and T is equal to some 3 years. Okay, I'll take the basic formula of interest, that is PATR by 100. PTR by 100. I will use only this formula for all the comparison here. Okay, now this is simple interest and this is compound interest. Okay, so first year, listen carefully this one. The first year, I'm talking about only 1 year. So how to find the interest here? Interest is equal to, the formula is same, PTR by 100, that is 100 into 10 into only 1 year, right? We are not finding for 3 years, only 1 year by 100. So that is equal to 10 rupees. Correct. Here also the same thing. Interest for the first year, again I am mentioning you this. This is only for calculation first year's interest. 100 into 10 into 1 by 100. That is equal to 10 rupees. So first year there is no difference. There is no problem at all. But the only problem here is, here the amount will become what? 110 rupees I am supposed to pay after 1 year. Here also I am supposed to pay 110 rupees. But this will be taken into consideration of P for the next year. So coming to the second year, this is not 2 years, this is second year. Second year means 1 year only. So again you calculate interest. The amount I have taken from the bank is 100 rupees, 10% 1 year by 100, that is equal to 10 rupees. So previous year, how much I am supposed to pay? 110 rupees. This year again 10 rupees extra, so 120 rupees. But here it changes again now, because now the P is not 100 anymore. The P is 110 into 10 into 1, that by 100. So in this 110 you have two different values actually. What is that? Principal amount plus first year simple interest or first year's interest. So this you will get 11 rupees now. You will get 11 rupees. So amount will become 121 rupees, which will be written as again P, which will be again considered as principal amount for the next year, which will be considered as principal amount for the next year. So third year what happened? Again the same thing here. Interest is equal to 100 into 10 into 1 by 10, that is equal to 10 rupees again. There is no change here. So amount is equal to 130 rupees with this 10 rupees finally. But here again interest changes, right? 121 into 10 into 1 by 100 again. So that is equal to 12.1 rupees. 12.1 rupees. The final amount to be paid here is 133.1 rupee. So what is the difference between amounts after 3 years? Is 3.1 rupees. What is the difference between amounts after 2 years? That is 1 rupee. This 1 extra rupee. So how you got getting this 1 extra rupee or 3.1 extra rupees is interest on interest. Here every time you calculate interest only based on the principal amount you have taken from the bank. But here first year the principal amount is the same 100 rupees. Second year principal amount will become the actual principal amount plus first year's interest. So that is 110 rupees. The third year's principal amount will be 121, and finally there is a lot of difference between simple interest and compound interest. I hope you understand this comparison calculation of simple interest and compound interest, correct? But in examination you cannot sit and solve the problems of compound interest in this PTR by 100 for every year. I understand that. So for compound interest we have formulas for amount directly, but in simple interest you don't have a formula for amount directly. We have formula for only simple interest, that is PTR by 100. Now amount formula is A is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power n. This is yearly basis. Yearly basis. So what is meant by yearly basis? I'll let you know that one also. P is equal to A is equal to P into 1 plus R by 2 by 100 whole power 2n. This is half yearly basis. Half yearly basis. I hope you understand now. But until unless I explain you clearly, you cannot get the point here. So last one, P into 1 plus R by 4 by 100 whole power 4n. And one more important thing here, n should be always in terms of years only. N should be always in terms of years only. This is 4n. Or else wait, I'll erase this one. I'll make it very clear for yourself. Okay. Now I'll write it here. This is 4n. Okay. Now this is quarterly basis. Sir, what is this quarterly basis, half yearly basis and yearly basis? So compound interest, generally we add interest to the principal amount yearly basis. That means in yearly basis we calculate interest for every year and add to the principal amount. But half yearly basis, what happens is calculate interest for every 6 months once. I'll give you an example also for this same thing. Okay, don't worry. Quarterly. So quarterly, what happens here? Calculate the interest for every 3 months. Okay, now we'll take an example and I will let you know the difference between the yearly basis as well as the half yearly basis. Okay, so yearly basis. Again I use the same formula, guys. I'm telling you again. Again I use the same formula, that is PTR by 100. Half yearly basis. Okay. Okay. The values are P is equal to rupees 100. R is equal to 10%. Time is equal to 1 year. Just 1 year we'll take it example. Okay, in yearly basis, how to calculate the compound interest? Compound interest and simple interest is same for 1 year. So compound interest is equal to simple interest is equal to PTR by 100. So 100 into 10 into 1 year only, right? That's why I'm equating these two. I'll tell you what is the relationship between compound interest and simple interest for every year. Don't worry about it. So compound interest is equal to simple interest for the first year, that is rupees 10. Okay. Now in half yearly basis, how they calculate? First 6 months interest is equal to 100 into 10 into half year only, right, by 100. So how much is this? 50. Okay, sorry, 5 rupees only, right? I'm sorry. Wait, I'll do that. So I erased it. So you will get only 5 rupees. Now what happens to the amount to be paid after 6 months? 105 rupees, which should be considered as principal amount for the next 6 months. So next 6 months interest is equal to 105 into 10 into half by 100, 0, 0. So what happens to this? 10.5. Half of 10.5. How much it becomes now? Half of 10.5. So that is 5.25. Got the point here? So final compound interest is equal to how much? 10.25 rupees. Now can't you observe this is 10 rupees when it is yearly basis, and when it is half yearly basis it is 10.25 rupees. So in half yearly basis what they do is for every 6 months they calculate the interest and add to the principal amount. That is the main difference between yearly basis, half yearly basis and quarterly basis. Got the point here? Now the important relationship between simple interest and compound interest. So I'm talking about again yearly basis only. If it is half yearly basis, do it manually, that will be easy. Okay, first year simple interest is equal to compound interest. Okay, now second year the difference between them will be P into R by 100 whole square. Okay, the third year P into R by 100 whole square into R plus 3. Okay, so you need to understand. So every year the difference between the compound interest and simple interest will be going on increasing. Okay, now the same thing I can mention you in the different way. Okay, I'll let you know how you got this one also, don't worry. Okay, now compound interest minus simple interest when it is given as 2 years is equal to first year simple interest into rate of interest by 100. Okay, how you got this? I'll let you know here. So just observe this formula. When 2 years is given, there is another formula, that is compound interest minus simple interest is equal to first year simple interest into R by 100. Now how you got this one? We'll go back to this example, the comparison here. Okay, now second year, what is the interest here? 10 rupees, but here 11 rupees. Why you got this 1 rupee extra? Because here you are calculating interest for the first year interest also, that is 10 rupees. Okay, so first year simple interest is the difference between the compound interest and simple interest for 2 years, because first year the simple interest and compound interest are always same. I hope you understand now. Okay, so just have formulas here very keenly, because if you go wrong with the formula, definitely you're gonna be suffering in the examination. So that's why you always be careful here. Okay, once you understand this concept, you will be having a very clear picture about all the simple interest and compound interest questions here. So you need not to worry about it anymore. That's what my point is. Clear? Now there is another problem here. What is that? So as I said, amount is equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power n. So if n is integer, there is no problem. If n is equal to a fraction, so how to do this? That is a important question here. Clear? Just 1 second. Okay, I'm back here. So we'll take an example so that you will understand what is what. Okay, is equal to x y by z is a mixed fraction. Always you should convert anything into mixed fraction, then only this formula will work easily. Okay, then only this formula will work very easily. Got the point here? Okay, so we'll look into this now. Okay, so the formula will become now P into 1 plus XR by 100 whole power. Okay, we need not to take now here whole power x years into 1 plus y by z into r by 100. So we can take in this way so that it will be easy for you. Okay, I'll take an example so that it will be easy for you, I think so. Okay, now I'll take an example. Principal amount is equal to some 1000 rupees. R is equal to some 20 percentage, and time is equal to 2 3 2 is 6 8 8 by 3 years. They assume they have given like this in the question. Now first thing is you are supposed to do is 8 by 3 should be converted as what? Mixed fraction. I told you, right? You need to convert this one as mixed fraction. Mixed fraction means it becomes like 2 by 3. Okay, now apply the formula for amount. Amount is equal to 1000 into 1 plus 20 by 100 whole power. What is the coefficient here? First you take 2 here and then multiply with this 1 plus 2 by 3, that is y by z, into 20 by 100. This is the logic. This is the way you solve the problems. I hope you understand now. Clear? So if you are unable to understand, again go back to the same explanation, just one step behind, so that it will be very clear for you. Clear? This is a important thing. Now there are other few things here in the compound interest, that is amount will be given after some years, maybe like 2400 after 5 years, and amount will be 3000 rupees after 6 years. Okay, then they will ask you what is rate of interest, or what is the principal amount. So I am not explaining the complete problem here, I am just trying to explain here. So how to solve this question? The first point here is how to solve this question. See, if the difference between the years amounts is 1 year, then there is one way of solving this question. Okay, so what is that means? Amount in 6th year is equal to amount in 5th year plus interest of amount in 5th year for 1 year. Sir, I don't understand anything. A few might be worried about this very clearly. Okay, come back to this one example what we discussed here. Yeah, here. So I assume this one as P1, this one as P2, and finally for the 4th year this one will become P3. Now how to calculate the second year's amount? That means first year's amount into rate of interest into this one by 100, right? Do you understand the problem here? So what you are supposed to do here is you need to always calculate the A2 by adding the A1 and interest of A1 for 1 year. Interest of A1 for 1 year. Here only the interest is 11 rupees, and how you got this amount 121? That is 110 plus 11 rupees. What is 110 called? A1, that is first year's amount, that is previous year's amount. So here I can write one thing, A2 is equal to A1 plus interest of A1. So the next step will become A3 is equal to A2 plus interest of A2. Similarly, come to the current slide here. So this is the thing. In 6th year, how much I am supposed to pay? 5 years amount plus 1 year of interest of 5 years amount. That is the point here. Understand the point here? So the difference will become, that is A6 minus A5. And again I am telling you, this is only when the difference is 1 year. Is equal to what happens here? Interest of 5th year, that is 2400 into R into 1 by 100. That is equal to, what is the difference here? 600. So 600. 00 00 6 how many times? 4 times. 4 how many times? 25 times. So rate of interest is equal to 25%. Sir, how to calculate the principal amount? Already amount you know, right? 5 years, after 5 years amount is this one. So 2400 is equal to P, I don't know. So 1 plus 25 by 100 whole power how many years? 5 years. So when you do this calculation, obviously you will get the value of P. Okay, this is the way you solve the questions. No, but the difference is not 1 year. I'll erase this slide here. See, this question is when this is 5 years and this is 6 years, or this is 6 years and 7 years, if the difference is 1 year. If the difference is more than 1 year, so assume A is equal to some maybe like 2700 after 4 years. Okay, the same amount is equal to 6400 after 7 years. Now they might ask you what is the principal amount and what is rate of interest. Okay, so how to solve this question? This question we cannot solve directly. We need to use the formulas. What is the formula for amount after 4 years? P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power. Okay, well, first we'll take 7 by P into 1 plus R by 100 whole power how much? 4. So that is equal to 6400 by what is the value? 2700. So 4, how many times it cancels? 3 is a pending, pp cancel. So 1 plus r by 100 whole cube is equal to 64 by 27. So simplify this one. 1 plus r by 100 whole power is equal to 4 by 3. Are you able to follow the point? So r by 100 is equal to 1 by 3. So r is equal to 33.33%. Once you know r, I know how to find the value of p here. So this is an important point you should always understand. Okay, so if you solve 1 or 2 questions from the website, see, all the examples I'm going to explain you now are copied from the internet only. I did not do it on my own, because I cannot give you the content now and explain you everything here in the limited video. So that's why. So I hope you understand this way of solving if the number of years difference is more. So the last one here is, I just want to explain you here, the last one is the doubling or tripling or something and all. Okay, so amount will be 3 times principal amount in 7 years. Assume 7 years, and the question will be, amount will be, definitely they will ask you a question which is a power of this one. So 3 times is given in the question, right? Definitely they will ask 9 times or 27 times or 81 times in how many years? Okay, they will not give you any other values except the powers of the given condition in the question. Whenever they give some x times, definitely they will ask you x square times and x cube times and x power 4 times. So the answer is very simple. So if they ask for 9 times, 9 times can be written as 3 square. So answer for this question, 9 times question, is the power, whatever you have here, power 2 into 7, 14 years. And 27 times, so 27 times means 3 cube. So answer is equal to 3 into 7, that is equal to how much? 21 years. So it follows like this. So how you got this one, sir? How can you prove this? There is nothing to prove here. So amount is equal to 3p. And what is the formula for amount? P into 1 plus r by 100 whole power n. So p cancel. So 1 plus r by 100 whole power, in the place of n they already given 7 years. So I will take 7 directly here. So 7 is equal to 3. So this is the equation first initially I get. Next, the condition, the question is 9 times. So a is equal to 9p. So the formula is p into 1 plus r by 100 whole power n. So I don't know the value of n, I need to find it out. But p cancel, right? Okay, but I know what is 9 can be written as. 9 can be written as 3 square. 9 can be written as 3 square. But what is the value of 3? 1 plus r by 100 whole power 7 and the square of this one, that is equal to 1 plus r by 100 whole power n. Just strike off this n, you may get confused. So now come back to this. 7 into 4 is 7 into 2 is n is equal to 14 years. That's what I told you here. I hope this gives you the clear picture about the simple interest and compound interest. Got the point? Now we'll solve one or two questions so that you will understand what is the things. So read the question here. A sum of money at simple interest amounts to 815 rupees in 3 years and 854 rupees in 4 years. The sum is, this is a question. So a sum of money at simple interest amounts to 815 rupees in 3 years and 854 rupees in 4 years. The sum is what? This is a question, correct? So you take 1 or 2 minutes time by pausing the video, and you can try that later. Now I'll come back to the solution for this. As I told you again, you remember, I think so. Amount means principal amount plus simple interest or compound interest, anything is fine. So in how many years it is becoming 815? So that means P plus 3 years SI is equal to 815 rupees. Next, P plus 4 years of simple interest is equal to rupees 854 rupees. Now take the difference, minus, minus and minus. So 1 year simple interest is equal to the difference between 54 and 15. Somebody will be having very trouble in subtraction or addition. So what I do is 854, I assume 855 minus 815. So how much is this? 40. And one extra I have taken here, right, compared to this one. So 39. So I'll take 39 rupees as the answer. I hope 39 is correct, isn't it? Now 1 year simple interest is 39 rupees and 3 years simple interest is how much? Because this value you are supposed to substitute here. So P plus 39 into 3, 40 into 3 is 120, so 117 is equal to 815 rupees. Now by this you will get the value of P. So again 100 subtraction, 15 subtraction, 698 is the answer. Am I clear? So this is the way you solve the problems easily, right? If you are not able to understand, again please go back to the explanation right from the starting. Okay. Now next one. Mr. Thomas invested an amount of 13,900 in two different schemes, A and B, at simple interest rate of 14% per annum and 11% per annum respectively. If the total amount of simple interest earned in 2 years be 3508, what was the amount invested in scheme B? So first again you pause the question, you solve the question, and later check on these answers. So 13,900 is divided into rupees X and not rupees Y. You should take 13,900 minus Y. He's asking for B, so what you can take is this one as A and this one as B. Okay, scheme, I'm talking about scheme. To make it easy, that's all, nothing more than that. It's not X, I'm sorry, it's not Y, it's X. I'm sorry for confusion. Okay, so if it is one is X rupees and the other one will become 13,900 minus X rupees. Now A is having how much percentage of rate of interest? So 13,900 minus X is a principal amount in scheme A into rate of interest is how much? Into rate of interest 14 into how many years? 2 years by 100 plus this is X only, it's easy, into 11 into 2 by 100 is equal to how much? 3508. So again 250 times, clear? Simplify this one, 50 is common, so 1390 13,900 into 14 minus 14x plus 11x is equal to 3508 into 50. So why I am not doing this is I'll let you know this. So what is the difference here? 3x is equal to I hope which one is divisible by? That's a question here. So you need to multiply the values. There is no other go here. Just check the values, so you'll get how much closely. That's an important point here. Or else you can go with the options and you can do the rest of it. So any points here I missed out here? Just check the point here. So anything I missed out, you please go through that and let me know the things. So you'll get like 28x, you'll get a lot of different points here. Okay, I think you'll get finally like 6,400 bucks. You do the multiplication and finally you'll get 6,400, the x value. I'm not talking about 3x value, I'm talking about x value. You will get 6,400 bucks. Calculation part, again I don't want to waste in the YouTube video for the small silly things. You just try to find out the calculation. Next, a sum of money again amounts to 9,800. It's again a similar question. I don't want to do this. Yeah, this is a one good question. Just one question, last question for this video I'm talking about. So read the question. You pass the question and read it. A bank offers a 5% compound interest calculated on half yearly basis. Remember, once again, this is half yearly basis. So a customer deposits 1,600 each on 1st January. So 1st January 1,600 is depositing, and 1st July of that year and again 1,600 he is depositing here. So there are total amount deposited in the bank irrespective of the month and year or percentage, 3,200 rupees. Understand the point here? Now till December this amount will last for 1 year. Till December this amount will last for half year. So that is the difference you need to understand here. So apply the formula here. Apply the formula. A is equal to P. What is the P value here? 1,600 into 1 plus R by 2. Remember this. R by 2 by 100 whole power 2 into N. N is 1 year here. So how much you will get here? 1,600 and so this is a 5 20 times. So this is only like 2 times 40 41. So 1,680, sorry, 1,600 and yeah, 1,680 you will get it. Okay. I'm sorry, I think you will get like 1,600. We'll calculate this. I think I should not jump into the answer finally, because I too don't know the answer. I need to check it. So make the problem simpler. That would be better. So 520 times and 1 by 40 or 41 by. So 1,600 into 41 into 41 by 40 into 40. So this one. So answer is 1681. Yeah, correct. I'm sorry. So now coming to this again, A is equal to 1,600 into 1 plus 5 by 2, that is R by 2 by 100 whole power 2 into half year only. Number of years is half. Okay, so that is equal to, you will get 1640 rupees. So the interest here is 81, the interest here is 40. So 81 plus 40, that is equal to 121 rupees. So this is an important task you need to understand. Okay guys, if you have any more doubts, please let me know in the comment section, so that I'll clear your doubts one or the other way finally. Okay, so thank you for the video. Thank you for watching it. Okay, have a great day. Bye.